The compound was small and old, but it was peaceful. 4 houses faced each other in a square shape with a big mango tree in the middle. Every morning, children ran around the tree, chasing chickens and laughing loudly. In the evenings, women sat outside to peel vegetables while men talked about work and football. Everyone knew everyone. Doors were not locked early and greetings were plenty. It was the kind of place where people felt safe, like one big family. In house number 2 lived the Adeyemi family. Baba Adeyemi was a kind man with a big smile and tired eyes. He worked as a civil servant and always came home late. Mama Adeyemi sold food in the market and knew everyone's business, but her heart was soft. They had 3 children. Kunle, the first son who loved football. Sade, the quiet girl who loved reading, and little Tayo, who followed everyone like a shadow. Life was not rich, but it was good. The Adeyemis trusted their neighbors and believed people were mostly good. Mama Adeyemi often said, "A good heart will always meet a good heart." They shared water when the tap was dry, shared food when someone was hungry, and watched each other's children. Trust lived freely in that compound, like fresh air. Nobody knew that soon that air would change. One day, the landlord announced that the empty room at the back of the compound would soon get a new tenant. The room had been empty for 2 years. Children used it to play hide and seek, and sometimes goats slept there when it rained. The news of a new tenant made everyone curious. Some were happy, some were worried, but most were excited to meet someone new. Mama Adeyemi cleaned the front of her house that evening and told her children, "We must welcome the new person well. A stranger today can be family tomorrow." Kunle nodded, but Saade felt a small fear in her chest. She could not explain it. Something about strangers always made her think deeply. But she said nothing. 2 days later, the stranger arrived. He came in the afternoon with a small bag and no family. He was tall and slim, with a quiet face and eyes that looked like they were always thinking. He smiled slowly and greeted everyone politely. "Good afternoon, my name is Mr. Daniel," he said. His voice was calm and soft. The compound welcomed him with smiles, but nobody knew who he really was. Mr. Daniel was very respectful. He greeted everyone every morning. He helped old Mama Bisi carry water. He fixed a broken chair for the landlord's wife. He gave sweets to the children and listened when they talked. People began to like him quickly. They said, "This man is gentle, he is different." Mama Adeyemi trusted him almost immediately. She believed kindness was always real. She invited him to eat with her family one evening. Mr. Daniel thanked her and ate quietly. He praised her food and told stories about traveling from place to place. He never talked about his family. When asked, he only smiled and said, "Life teaches everyone in different ways." Saade watched him closely. She noticed how he looked around the compound slowly, like someone counting things. She noticed how he asked questions, small questions about who left early, who came home late, and which house had what. When she told her mother, Mama Adeyemi laughed. "Ha, my daughter, you worry too much. Not everyone has bad plans," she said. Saade kept quiet, but her heart was not calm.
As days passed, the compound became even more open to Mr. Daniel. People gave him spare keys when they traveled. Children stayed in his room to watch movies. Mama Adeyemi sometimes left Tayo with him when she went to the market quickly. Trust flowed freely without questions. One evening, Baba Adeyemi came home tired and saw Mr. Daniel sitting in their living room. He was surprised but not angry. Mama Adeyemi smiled and said, "He came to greet us." Baba Adeyemi nodded and welcomed him. Mr. Daniel spoke politely and left after some time. Baba Adeyemi did not think much of it. That night, Sade could not sleep. She kept thinking of how easy it was for a stranger to sit inside their home. She remembered stories she heard in school about trust and danger. She wanted to talk again, but fear of being laughed at stopped her. Silence wrapped her thoughts like a heavy cloth. Small things started happening in the compound. A spoon went missing from Mama Bisi's house. Kunle's football shoe disappeared. Someone's phone charger could not be found. People complained, but nobody suspected Mr. Daniel. They blamed children, carelessness, or rats. Mr. Daniel himself joined the complaints. "This is strange," he would say. "We must be careful." He even advised people to lock their doors better. His words made people trust him more. They thought, he is concerned like us. Sade noticed something again. She noticed that the missing things often appeared later in strange places. A spoon under a bench, a shoe behind the water drum. It felt like someone wanted to confuse people, not steal fully. When she told Kone, he laughed. "You watch too many stories," he said. Sade felt alone with her thoughts. One night, during heavy rain, Sade woke up to use the toilet. As she passed the window, she saw a shadow moving slowly. Someone was walking quietly across the compound. Her heart beat fast. She looked again and saw Mr. Daniel entering Baba Adeyemi's storeroom outside. Fear held her body. She wanted to shout, but no voice came out. She stood still until the shadow disappeared. When she told her parents in the morning, Baba Adeyemi frowned. Why would he do that? Mama Adeyemi replied, maybe he was looking for shelter from the rain. That answer did not satisfy Sade. She felt the weight of not being believed. She decided to watch more and talk less. Sometimes, wisdom starts with silence. One afternoon, Mama Adeyemi returned from the market crying. Her savings money was gone. The money she kept in a small box under her bed had disappeared. The compound became noisy. Everyone gathered. Accusations flew in the air. Mr. Daniel looked shocked. He helped search. He even suggested calling the police. His calm face made people trust him even more. Some people began to suspect Kunle or visiting relatives. Mama Adeyemi defended her children with tears. Sade stood quietly and watched Mr. Daniel's eyes. They moved too much. Her heart became heavy. She finally spoke loudly. It is Mr. Daniel. The compound went silent. Mama Adeyemi slapped her. How can you say such a thing? She shouted. Mr. Daniel looked hurt and walked away slowly. That night, the landlord decided to lock the compound gate and watch. Hidden behind the mango tree, Baba Adeyemi and two neighbors waited quietly. Around midnight, Mr. Daniel came out with his small bag. He moved like a cat in the dark. They followed him silently until he reached the back fence. When they stopped him and opened the bag, they found money, phones, and other missing items. Mr. Daniel fell to the ground and cried. The truth was finally clear. People were shocked. Mama Adeyemi cried deeply. She hugged Sade tightly. I am sorry, she whispered. Trust had blinded her. The stranger had taught them a lesson they would never forget. Mr. Daniel confessed everything. He said he had learned to survive by tricking kind people. When people trust me too easily, I see opportunity, he said. His words were cold but honest. The police came and took him away. Children cried. Adults looked ashamed. The compound that once felt safe now felt broken. Mama Adeyemi did not sleep that night. She realized that good hearts must also be wise hearts. Love without wisdom can lead to pain. Days passed slowly in the compound after the stranger was taken away. The place that was once full of noise became quiet. Doors that were always open were now locked early in the evening. People no longer sat outside for long talks, and children were warned not to move around freely. Everyone felt pain in their hearts because trust had been broken. They were not angry anymore, but they were careful. The compound was healing, but healing takes time. Mama Adeyemi changed the most. She became a better listener and stopped brushing away warnings too quickly. Baba Adeyemi also learned that being kind must go together with being careful. Kunle started to respect Sade's words and no longer laughed when she spoke her mind. Sade learned something important too, that telling the truth is right, even when people do not believe you at first. Each person in the family grew wiser in their own way. The mango tree still stood in the middle of the compound, just like before. It had not moved, even though many things had changed. Children still played under it, but their laughter was softer and shorter. The tree became a reminder of what they had learnt. Pain had taught them a strong lesson. Trust is precious, and wisdom must guide kindness. One evening, Mama Adeyemi gathered her children. She said, "Being kind is good, but being careful is also good. Trust must grow, not be given freely." Sade smiled slightly. Her heart felt lighter. She had learnt that wisdom sometimes comes through pain. The compound slowly healed, stronger and wiser. The stranger came and left, but his lesson stayed. Trust is precious. Give it slowly. Watch, listen, and understand. A good heart must walk with open eyes. And that is how one stranger changed a whole compound forever.
If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, share, and follow for more interesting stories. Thank you for your support.